Imagine a world ruled by giants. For 150 million years, dinosaurs roamed the earth, a reign that seemed endless. But 66 million years ago, on an ordinary day, the sky fell. A massive asteroid the size of a mountain hurtled through space at unimaginable speed on a direct collision course with our planet. The impact point was what we now call the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. When the Chicxulub impactor struck, it unleashed energy equivalent to billions of atomic bombs. The initial blast was catastrophic. It created a crater over 180 kilometers wide and instantly vaporized everything within hundreds of kilometers. A blinding flash of light, brighter than the sun, would have been seen across the continent. This was followed by a deafening shockwave that flattened forests for thousands of kilometers in every direction. The ground itself liquefied, rippling outwards like water, triggering earthquakes of a magnitude we can't even comprehend today, shaking the entire planet. But the immediate blast was just the beginning of the nightmare. The impact threw trillions of tons of vaporized rock and debris high into the atmosphere, some of it even escaping Earth's gravity. As this superheated material rained back down, it heated the atmosphere to oven-like temperatures. The sky glowed red-hot, igniting global wildfires that incinerated entire continents. Imagine a world on fire from pole to pole. For any creature that survived the initial impact, this fiery apocalypse would have been inescapable. The fires raged, and a thick, dark cloud of soot, ash, and dust enveloped the globe. This was the start of an impact winter. The sun's light was blocked out, plunging the earth into darkness and cold for years. Photosynthesis ground to a halt. Plants withered and died, and with them, the herbivores that depended on them. The entire food chain collapsed from the bottom up. Starvation became the new reality for any survivors. The oceans weren't spared either. The impact triggered colossal tsunamis, hundreds of meters high, that swept across coastlines worldwide. The water also became acidified from the sulfur-rich rock that was vaporized, dissolving the shells of many marine organisms and devastating aquatic ecosystems. In this dark, cold, and toxic world, the mighty dinosaurs, the undisputed rulers of the planet, faced their end. Their size, which was once their greatest advantage, became their biggest liability. They simply couldn't find enough food to survive. Over a period of years, these magnificent creatures, along with about 75% of all species on Earth, vanished forever. It was a mass extinction event of epic proportions, a planetary reset button. But in the midst of this devastation, some creatures did survive. Small, burrowing mammals, the ancestors of you and me, were able to hide underground, ride out the worst of the cataclysm, and emerge into a new world. A world free from the tyranny of the dinosaurs. So, the question that haunts us is, could it happen again? The simple answer is yes. Earth orbits the sun in a cosmic shooting gallery. We are constantly being bombarded by asteroids and comets. Most are small and burn up harmlessly in our atmosphere, creating the beautiful shooting stars we see at night. But larger objects, known as near-Earth objects, or NEOs, pose a very real threat. NASA and other space agencies around the world are actively tracking these objects. They have cataloged thousands of them, and so far the good news is that none of the known large dinosaur killer-sized asteroids are on a collision course with Earth for the foreseeable future. But what about the ones we haven't found yet? It's estimated that we've only discovered a fraction of the NEOs out there. An unknown asteroid big enough to cause significant damage could appear with little warning. The consequences of such an impact today would be unimaginable. An impact in the ocean could trigger tsunamis that would devastate coastal cities, where a huge portion of the world's population lives. An impact on land could wipe out a major metropolitan area, causing millions of casualties and throwing enough dust into the atmosphere to disrupt global climate and agriculture, leading to widespread famine. Unlike the dinosaurs, however, we have a fighting chance. We have science and technology on our side. The field of planetary defense is no longer science fiction. We are actively developing strategies to protect ourselves. One such mission, NASA's DART or Double Asteroid Redirection Test, was a spectacular success. In 2022, a spacecraft was intentionally crashed into a small asteroid named Dimorphos, millions of miles away. The goal was to see if we could change an asteroid's trajectory to give it a little nudge, and it worked. The impact successfully altered the asteroid's orbit, proving that this kinetic impactor technique is a viable way to deflect a threatening object. Provided we have enough warning time, other concepts are also being explored, like gravity tractors, where a massive spacecraft would fly alongside an asteroid for a long period, using its own gravity to gently pull the asteroid into a different, safer path. There are also more extreme ideas, like using nuclear devices to either vaporize a smaller asteroid or push a larger one off course. These are complex and risky options, but they are on the table for a potential doomsday scenario. The key to all of these strategies is early detection. The more warning we have, the more options we have. That's why continued investment in sky surveys, telescopes, and space missions dedicated to finding and tracking these objects is absolutely crucial for the long-term survival of our species. The story of the dinosaurs is a sobering reminder of how fragile life can be and how volatile our place in the universe is. Their 150 million year reign was ended in a single terrible day. We've only been around for a tiny fraction of that time. We are the first species on this planet with the intelligence to understand this threat and the technology to do something about it. We have the ability to look up at the sky not just in wonder, but with vigilance. The dinosaurs never saw it coming. We can, and we must, by working together, sharing information, and investing in planetary defense. We can ensure that we do not go the way of the dinosaurs and that the story of humanity continues for generations to come. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey back in time and into the future interesting, do you forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more explorations of our amazing universe. Stay curious.